for the fences. Use the bonus code Mikey200 to win $200 in free bets when you place a $10 moneyline wager on any Major League Baseball game and either team hits a home run regardless of your bet's outcome. Enjoy baseball like never before with BetMGM's daily promotions at your fingertips all season long. Sign up today with the king of sportsbooks. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. Visit BetMGM.com for terms.
There it is, 62.1097.
There are all kinds of smart speakers and connected devices.
No matter what device you have, Odyssey has something you'll love.
Blast your favorite music on home entertainment devices like Roku, Chromecast, Sonos, and more.
Just look for the Odyssey app.
Want to access more stations for your car?
Try out Odyssey with Waze or Apple CarPlay. Plus, listen to your favorite station on your phone with the Odyssey app.
Listen to Odyssey anytime on all your smart speakers and connected devices.
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
You ready to get started?
Come on, I'm always ready.
What are you guys doing?
Getting ready to make a radio ad.
Oh, okay. Let me hear it when you're done.
It's good to be back.
3, 2, 1. I'm Bobby Ramsey, and today I'm proud to announce that my brother Wes has returned from his adventures to become the head of jewelry services at Ramsey's.
Return from my adventures? What am I supposed to say to something like that?
Wes is a graduate of the Gemological Institute of America.
And I spent 15 years learning fine jewelry design from my grandfather Bob Ramsey and my father Robert.
Wes is taking charge of jewelry manufacturing and jewelry repair.
How you doing, sir? All right, my name is Officer Campbell with the Norris Police Department. What's going on?
See, I get the New Orleans Police Department showed up. So we were moving furniture at 60, in that house right there. I think it's 6023. He was coming straight head on behind my truck. He had to have ran the stop signs. He drug my truck about 60 feet from the shoulder to the other side of the road.
So what happened, bro?
We're moving furniture in this house. One piece of furniture we parked off on the shoulder, had the hazard lights on. He comes flying by, hit the truck. It was parked way over there by the pole. Drug it to about right here with his glasses at.
Okay. All right, license, registration, and insurance.
All right.
How you doing?
How you doing, Catherine?
All right, Corey Campbell.
How you doing,
Traffic
sir? How you
division.
doing? How you doing?
All right, who's
This is
the driver?
Steve. He's our driver.
All right, what happened, sir?
I was coming the opposite way, going this way towards Henry Clay, and I was driving it, and all of a sudden I just hear this. Well, the side of his truck was right there, and I, to be honest with you, I didn't. I thought I was far enough away.
But you wasn't.
Well, we got a camera in the truck.
Okay, what is?
And
Can I see the video?
Well, we're trying to see.
Okay. Okay. License, registration, and insurance. All right, motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pulled up in the SUV. You slumming today, huh?
Yeah.
Still run Harley?
Oh yeah, yep. Still have Harley. How fast you think you was going, sir?
I think I'm doing the speed limit.
What's the speed limit?
30 here on the top.
Okay. Okay. This expired, yeah. It expired April 1st. You have another insurance card?
You should have one in there.
Okay. I'm gonna be by the car. Tell me to be by the car.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I need a guy in the car registration. I mean, the driver's license as well.
All right. Yeah, you got your license on you? He doesn't have his ID on him. He doesn't have his ID on him.
Let me get your name. All right, that's cool. What the other side, bro?
So we had some close games, but
I don't need to call it in. I just need your name because you was in the car. S-I-M-M-S?
S-I-M-S.
I'm a big 90s NBA guy.
Spell your first name?
C-U-R-T-I-S.
It was pretty much, I mean, I also grew up in Chicago, so...
What's your date of birth?
12/1/69.
Don't complain.
What's your address?
9961 East Wheaton Circle.
Yeah, but even the 2 years where he was gone, you know, I like watching those
East Wheaton Circle 70127.
W-E-T-E-N? Spell that?
W-H.
W-H-E-A-T. Wheat.
Wheat.
Okay. Where that's at?
East, New Orleans East, off of Reed, by Cages.
What's the zip code?
70127.
All right, I'll be with y'all, bro.
All right, big brother.
Okay.
Because I'm college hoops fan and all the casual NBA guys, you know, during the tournament, they always ask me, how do you watch this? You know, how do you watch this great scoring game? Nobody can hit a layup. The product's so bad. There's all these blowouts. Okay, give me the March Madness. Give me college basketball over this NBA playoff series any year, man, because this has been terrible. That being said, I don't like the Mavs tonight. I think the Mavs might finally keep the game close. It just seems way too easy to be able to go to the sports book in a closeout game and bet the Golden State Warriors to win this game by 7. So I actually kind of like the Mavs, you guys, to keep it close tonight. But who knows? Who knows, man? We haven't had one close game. I don't remember the last close game that we've had in these playoffs.
Ryan Horvath here on Sports Talk. Ryan, Tiger Woods getting out of the PGA Championship bailing out and what the third rounder was. What do you do with him as a bettor? Is he just off limits until you see him win one?
Yeah, you know what I've been doing with him is I've actually been taking him to make the cut, and it worked for me in the Masters, and then it worked again this weekend. He made the cut, now he bows out on Saturday, but I don't even know that I can do that again, you guys, because that was a sweat, that Thursday and Friday. He did not look very good. You know, he started off Thursday morning, I think through 30, he was 1 under. And then, you know, I go and I have lunch, get back in front of the television, and somehow he was 3 over. So he's just, right now, he's not healthy. Man, it kind of hurts me just watching him try to walk the course, to be honest with you. He just doesn't look right. So, yeah, I'd say he's untouchable. If anything, if you really have to get your Tiger fix in, play him maybe to make the cut. If you think you're going to miss the cut, take him to miss the cut. You know, he said, he came out on that Saturday when he did his interview, and he said, you know, I'm not going to play too many of these anymore. I'm going to play the major championships because I've always enjoyed playing the major championships, but I'm not going to play these other tournaments. So we'll only see Tiger, you know, a couple times every single year, and maybe you take him to make the cut, but I can't bet him to win an event. If it happens,
I just had my wife to
that'd be great to watch.
my driving license for me.
Oh, okay.
I told my wife to send me a picture this
a
night.
couple years ago, but man,
Here you go, right here.
the problem is, you guys, because
All right,
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. The problem is,
1453.
they don't get. I'm gonna bet Tiger Woods. Give me Tiger Woods like
What
200 to 1. Then I'll bet some Tiger Woods. But it's been like 30. It's been like 35 to 1. That's a waste of money. you know, you might as well throw your money in the fire or bet these NBA games. Bet the underdog in these NBA games, these 30-point blowouts, you know?
Ryan, I know this is about gambling, but I know you play. We've talked to you in the past. You play fantasy as well, and
oh yeah,
I want Mike to jump in on this too. This is the first year that I think fantasy owners are going to be able to draft Taysom Hill because he's moved to tight end. Have y'all thought about his value?
Ryan, I'll let you go first. I have my opinion.
That's it, man. See, with Taysom, I just have no idea, to be honest with you, because it was always, you know, I love Sean Payton, but the only thing that would drive me nuts, you know, because I'm a big Drew Brees guy, I'd be watching these games, and they'd get in the red zone, and you know, Drew on that drive would be 5 of 5, 6 of 6 for 50 yards. He'd be cooking, and then all of a sudden, here comes the gadget, Taysom Hill, and then they put Brees back in, and I don't know, I felt like somebody's hot, just leave him in, don't mess with it, man. That was the only thing. Every once in a while I thought they got a little too cute. We saw last year he can't play quarterback. I don't know. I don't think I would touch him in fantasy. It wouldn't shock me if he made some plays, but I don't really know. I would have to wait and maybe pick him up off the waiver wire or something like that after a couple weeks. I have to see it, you know. There were a couple people a couple years back that were trying to tell me that Tim Tebow was going to be a solid tight end because he's big, he's strong, he's an athlete.
That wasn't in
like,
there, was it?
No, you know, and I was like, you guys are crazy, man. And I love, you know, Tim Tebow, great guy, hell of a college quarterback, but come on now, man. Like, saw the film of him trying to block in training camp, and you can't, I don't know. So it's up in the air for me. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'm teasing A-Bear about it because his son T-Bob tells me this. He said, Dad, he said, give me a play in fantasy football. He said, play Adam Troutman. Pick him late. Man, boy, I told him, A-Bear, listen, they'll never ask you for fantasy football again after that. This is what, you know, my theory is, and I play in 2 leagues, but in one of the leagues, I'm going to pick a tight end a little earlier than I normally would, and I'm going to try to get Taysom Hill late. Again, it'll be real late, but I feel as though he's got a shot to put up some decent numbers here as a flex tight end. And so I'm going to go that route in one league. Now, I won't do it on my top league, but I'll do it on my second league.
Okay.
Yeah, he has it. It's just, I don't know why he doesn't have it in the trunk.
Okay, what about the...
He's so upset. First accident, he's about to start crying.
Now you're going to be all right. What's up with the video?
What's that?
The video.
We have to retrieve that off of our cam.
Okay.
I'm trying to get that as well.
Okay, cool.
Because, you know, if he doesn't produce it, I can cut him loose and get
and then I'll give speed and everything as well.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
And I'll just need an item number.
Yeah, I'm going to get all that to you. Yeah, I'm going to get that to you. Okay.
He's going to do pretty
Thank you.
All right.
If he's healthy, I think he's going to do good as a flex tight end.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy, you know, I just want to see how the system fits, how he fits in the system. You know, a guy that I'm going to be looking out for, and it's going to sound like a homer pick because, you know, I'm a Packers fan, but he went down at the midpoint last season. They're saying he's going to actually be ready for week 1. I'd be cautious with that because Green Bay is always super cautious with guys coming off an ACL. Look at David Bakhtiari last year. We didn't see him at all. We saw for 2 series against 2 drives against the Lions, week 18. But I really like Robert Tonyan, and the reason I like him, the last time we saw him fully healthy, he caught double-digit touchdowns. He had 11 touchdown grabs from Rodgers. And you guys, with no Devontae, like, Allen Lazard right now is the Packers' #1 wide receiver. I think Aaron Jones is going to catch a lot of balls out of the backfield. You know who, and those fantasy sleepers, so I like Robert Tonyan because I think he's going to get used a lot in the red zone. A fantasy sleeper, if you could get him, and he may not even be a sleeper anymore, but I think everybody's going to fall in love with Aaron Jones. I want to touch Aaron Jones. I love A.J. Dillon, and especially now it's year 3, those cold weather games at Lambeau Field. You guys, I play his touchdown props every single week, and they give me plus 200. He's not a household name yet for some reason. I loved him at Boston College, and now he's become a better pass catcher. I think he's going to be a top 10 fantasy back.
Yeah, the thing with Tonyan, too, is people remember, is that he's got good rapport with Aaron. Aaron does not trust people unless he's thrown it to him. So all this stuff about Christian Watkins and some of the other guys, that's going to take a little while. It may come into play later in the year, but early, man, come on. I agree with you, Ryan, that I think Tonyan, if he's healthy, would be a really good play early because we know Aaron's kind of favoring the guy that he's thrown to before. He hadn't thrown one past to Watkins.
Right, exactly. And is Sammy Watkins going to be healthy? And guys, I don't know that part either. I never really get into somebody for missing OTAs, these veterans, especially a guy like Sammy Watkins because he's, never healthy. Aaron Rodgers not being an OTA, usually that doesn't bother me. This year I kind of wish that maybe he would show up just because no Devontae, man, and Randall Cobb's there, and there's a 30-year-old wide receiver, but Sammy Watkins not showing up to OTAs is baffling to me. I mean,
I don't get it.
They say Matt LaFleur's offense playbook is one of the more complicated playbooks to put together. I mean, look at Rodgers year one. That's why they drafted Jordan Love. People thought Aaron Rodgers was finished. So you would think these guys would want to get into camp because I know Davante Adams, you guys, is just a wide receiver. That's what everybody keeps telling me. These guys are like, Rodgers will be fine, Green Bay will be fine. I watched yesterday, they had that regular season game from week 3 against San Francisco. I watched that game again yesterday, you guys. There's nobody better. I want to see Michael Thomas healthy this year, but there is nobody better than Davante Adams in this league. I like Cooper Kupp. He is not the route runner. He does not have the physical gift that Davante Adams has. Go back and watch Davante Adams even when Brett Hundley was his quarterback. Hey, if you can get your hands on him, I know he's a receiver, but man, fantasy football, and I know Derek Carr's quarterback, unless it ends up being Colin Kaepernick maybe. But Devontae's going to have a monster year. It doesn't matter who's throwing him the ball, you guys.
And whoever's telling you he's just another receiver, I would drug test him. Because they have not watched Davante Adams in years. If they telling you that, man, you better give them the test.
Exactly. Those are the Packers fans for you, though. Their team general manager. They love them some Brian Gutekunst. Brian Gutekunst could never do wrong. They claim the Jordan Love pick, that was the best thing to happen to Rodgers. It motivated him. I think that's baloney, man. I would have rather had Patrick Queen. I would have rather traded up Justin Jefferson, who, in my opinion, right behind Davante Adams. He's young,
get
man.
T. Higgins from Clemson.
I'm going to cry when I hear that. That's who I wanted. I mean, I love T. Higgins. What did he do this year? Oh, he played in the Super Bowl and caught 11 touchdown passes.
Ryan, I think Mike may have brought this up with you once already, but the Saints are going to hold joint practices up there in Green Bay against the Packers ahead of the preseason game number 2. That'll be neat. Hopefully, I don't know how many of us they're going to send up there, but maybe we'll get to hang out up there and watch some Packers-Saints practices.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I'll tell you, what's funny about that, you guys, is that's the difference between Matt LaFleur and Mike McCarthy. The Packers never, I don't know about you guys, the Packers never used to do the joint practices because McCarthy was always worried about the extra, the fights and, the bad blood and whatnot, guys getting injured. But LaFleur completely changed that, and they did it with the Jets last year. But I think it'll be interesting. And man, 2 great teams. I'm really high on the Saints. I keep giving them out as my best bet, so hopefully they don't let me down. Hopefully Jameis can stay healthy. But with that roster, that defense, Honey Badger coming back home, I love Olave. I love Michael Thomas when he's fully healthy. I think a lot of people forget how good Mike is because we haven't seen him in 2 years. And because that position is just stacked with so much talent, you guys know. But I think people forget, we thought he was right behind DeAndre Hopkins. Some had him over Hopkins, over Devontae, as the best receiver in the league. So as long as he didn't miss a step, I can't wait to watch this team this year.
And Jarvis now. That's the other part. Because I think Jarvis becomes Jameis Winston's guy when he's in trouble. Okay, get a little bit of pressure. Hey, you my go-to guy, Jarvis. Jarvis going to get open over the middle. He's going to be that slot cover corner guy 9 times out of 10. Any chance of hard pick this weekend with the Schwab golf tournament?
Golf this weekend, you know who I like? So I ended up doing a couple different things. Let me see really quickly where we're at on that one. I played one guy that I did not see Scheffler. I can't. Well, man, he did not show up last weekend. I ended up playing. I went Webb Simpson to finish top 10. We were getting 3-1 odds right there, and then I also picked Webb Simpson to win it. I didn't want to jinx it. So he's right now in third. He's 1 stroke back. He's 4 under. I would live bet him if you can get a good number right now. I just, course history, Webb's always pretty good here, so I like Webb Simpson. I did take a shot with Speed because he's back home, but I think Webb's probably my favorite play.
And so you like the points tonight, correct?
Yep,
You like
I like
Mavs
the
and
points.
All
Yeah,
right.
I do. Hopefully,
All right, Ryan, send me that
hopefully they
money.
don't let me down. Yeah, exactly.
Ryan, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon, man. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me, guys.
All right, Ryan Horvat, man, always great on the air. That was Ryan Horvat, who's the host of BetMGM Tonight and Odyssey Sports. Be sure to listen to Ryan and BetMGM Tonight podcast for more of Ryan's analysis. Just search BetMGM wherever you find your podcasts. We'll be back with more sports talk here on the Big 870.
This is a paid attorney endorsement. Prior results do not guarantee future success.
This is Mike DeTillian. It's been over 6 months since Hurricane Ida. Are you still waiting for your insurance company to pay your claim? Are you still waiting for your insurance company adjuster or your new adjuster to get back with you? Are you on your 3rd or even 4th adjuster? Let me tell you about local attorney Joseph Piasun. Going all the way back to Hurricane Katrina, he has the experience to handle your homeowners and business insurance claims. Joe and his team will review your claim to make sure that you're going after every dollar that you deserve and to make sure that your property damages are paid, even damage that you can't see or might not know exists. And with Joe, you keep anything that might have been paid already by your insurance company. You paid your insurance premiums for years. Now it's time to have them do what you paid for and pursue the results you deserve. Call Joe at 504-867-4542 or click on gowithjoe.com. That's GEAUX with JOE.com.
Attorney Joseph Piasun, offices in New Orleans. LSBA filing number LA2212-822.
Remember the slogan, "There's a great work of art in every box from Open Heart"? Classic New Orleans commercial, right? But did you ever wonder what really goes into every box from Open Heart? We'll give you a hint. The jewelry itself is only part of it. With our team, customer service is an art too. Our experts make you feel like family. They answer all your questions, empowering you, giving you confidence in your decision. According to an online review from Elizabeth, there's nothing Oakland Heart won't attempt to do for their customers. And then there's the fact that every piece of jewelry from Oakland Heart is of better quality, like no other, at every price point. Chances are your mother, maybe even your grandmother told you that. Oakland Heart provides an experience and service that is an art form in itself. Then in the hands of our award-winning designers and craftsmen, the real magic happens. Artistry, expertise, passion, exceptional service. That's what's inside every box from Oakland Heart Jewelers on Metairie Road.
Hey folks, Bobby Hebert here with some big news. My friends at the Gail Benson Automotive family of dealerships are proud to announce the opening of their brand new Mercedes-Benz Center of New Orleans on Poydras Street, directly across from the Caesars Superdome. This new facility is the only Mercedes-Benz van center in the entire Gulf South region and features a fully equipped service department along with a complete selection of Mercedes-Benz Sprinter and Metris vans for work, play, and everything in between. Perhaps the nicest part of the new van center is the state-of-the-art service department, fully prepared to service all Mercedes-Benz products, Mercedes cars, SUVs, and of course, Mercedes cargo and passenger vans. So now there's 2 Mercedes-Benz service departments on Veterans in Metairie and now in the heart of downtown. So come on out and see the brand new Mercedes-Benz Van Center of New Orleans, across from the Caesars Superdome on the corner of Poydras and South Claiborne. A proud new member of the Gail Benson Automotive family of dealerships.
Paid for by government.com.
Have you heard? The United States Mint has issued the Morgan Silver Dollar for the first time in 100 years. Not only that, but they are also minted in 99.9% pure silver for the first time
That's
ever
the new
in
card,
history.
and we don't have, the camera was offline.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
However, most
Fucking sucks.
Yeah, he gonna be at fault. I was trying to get it, I want to see how far he was in the roadway in the truck,
Yeah, the skid marks kind of show where his back tires were, because the truck was facing this way, obviously.
99.9%.
So he was halfway in the street.
First time in history.
Wait, what truck?
The
yellow truck.
Yeah.
Must call now
He's halfway
to
in the
order.
street.
To learn more, call 1-800.
But he got rear-ended, right?
6468.
Yeah.
If you order now.
And your driver was going this way.
My driver was going this way.
$25 value free.
And the truck was painted. They're both facing the same exact way that they were going.
Okay.
Yeah, so the truck's parked like this in the street, and my driver hit it in the back.
That's
why I wanted to see how far he was in the street.
Yeah, you could see by the back tire where the skid mark, like skid.
I can see it right there.
So that's his passenger side wheels.
Right.
So you can see by the length of the truck that he was at least 5 feet in the street.
On Facebook, and don't forget you can rewind on the Odyssey.
We'll take another look at it.
Yeah.
Mike and Christian back here on Sports Talk City.
I'll be with you tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
OTAs, day one observations. Mike Thomas, Mike Detillier, not at practice. You heard Dennis Allen say he's still rehabbing his injury along with Peyton Turner as well.
Yeah, now I saw Peyton Turner in the end zone. He was sort of doing a few drills, kind of working around. We got a clip of Coach Allen talking about Peyton Turner, and that's what, Bobby and I sort of looked at one another, and I think we have it now.
Yeah, we got it. Let's go ahead and play that.
Listen to the comments.
Well, look, he's rehabbing right now, and so it'd be unfair for me to tell you exactly where he's at right now because I don't know the answer to that. I do think that there were some things that I saw in the little bit that he was able to play. I saw some glimpses of a good football player, and I've seen some growth and maturity in terms of just being a pro throughout this offseason. So, my hope is that he is fully recovered, which we expect him to be, and that he comes out and does some good things for us this year. What were some of the things you guys liked about Dustin Evans?
All right. Okay, that was the shot over the bow for Peyton Turner. That was Coach Allen kind of signaling out to him, hey, you're a first-round pick guy. We want you to be healthy. But he talked about physical maturity and also about maturing as an NFL player. So he's sort of signaling now with that comment his own way, I think similar to what Brian Kelly did to Keyshawn Butte. Hey, you're not just a second-string guy. You're a first-round pick. So get healthy, and we saw glimpses of it. And he's right about that, the glimpse part. And I think early on in training camp, Christian, I think it was a knee and a lower leg injury he had that sidelined him for a little while, and then it became the shoulder injury. And he was sort of working by himself in the end zone today. And this is an important year for him. They need him. Now, one of the things I did see at OTAs, and when they start rotating those defensive linemen, they all sort of look the same. Man, they got some talent up front along that defensive line, despite Davenport and Turner not being there for the OTAs that we saw today. But man, they got some talent up front now. They can get. I think we'll be able to get after the quarterback. The health of Turner and Davenport is the big concern here. Can those two guys stay healthy in a 17-game season?
Mike, you talked about Peyton Turner and Dennis Allen, talking about his professionalism, maturity as a professional. That's not uncommon. Don't read too much into it. I'm talking about to Saints fans, where a rookie doesn't quite know maybe how to prepare for a practice, for games. Cam Jordan told me this early in his career.
Habits.
Yeah, exactly. I was getting there. Cam Jordan told me this early in his career. His rookie season, second year, he didn't really know how to break down the film in the exact way that he knows now. And I think that just comes from a veteran probably, showing you that, and B, understanding what works for you, because what works for you might not work for the next guy. It's the same thing as when you're back in school, right, taking notes. Your way of taking notes is probably different than mine, but yours works for you.
Yeah, and so for Turner, he found out that, hey, this is the National Football League. You ain't back at University of Houston, okay?
Yeah.
And how you studied there is great, but now this is a full-time job for you. And I think Dennis sort of sending out a little bit of a message there to Turner that, hey, you got to understand that this is your profession now. And that's not a knock on him. It's just that, everybody makes the adjustment. That's like you leaving college to get a full-time job. There's nothing that beats experience at what you're doing. I don't care how good you are at it. when you leave college and you get a full-time job, don't tell me you knew in year 1 what you knew in year 3.
Nah, impossible.
That's not, okay, that's not the real world if you say that. Now, they will have some people that swear to you. They do right off the bat. But you know that they feed you some horse hockey there. But I think this is some experience that Turner, from a film standpoint, how to practice, leverage technique, and Ryan Nielsen's a big part of this as far as teaching technique. He's a big part of using your length. Man, and I hear it. He comes to our Louisiana line camp every year, and he's telling these young kids, hey, use your length. When we did the interview last year with Passano, I asked him, what was the difference between Kansas City and coming to the Saints? He said, Coach Nielsen preached what?
Use your length. Take advantage of your length.
Use your length. Man, listen, as tall as he is and with that wingspan, use your length. And Turner's the exact same build, but they have some similarities there. And those long arms, long legs, and ability to kind of leverage around. So for him, it was a learning experience, and it's still in that experience.
Tony to come from Saints OTAs. He's Mike, I'm Christian. This is Sports Talk here on WWL.
Now, another traffic update on the Big 870 WWL and WWL on FM at 105.3.
From the Kenny Windows and Siding WWL Traffic Center, I'm Kenny Kuhn. The accident on the elevated West Bank Expressway at the base of the Crescent City connection is cleared, but it is still causing backups from Stuck Boulevard and continues across the span. Also cleared is the accident on the Riverbound Expressway near the Chapatoulas exit, but we still see heavy delays beginning at Medley Road. The elevated I-10 East is slow moving until you get to the 610 merge, where you will run into heavy delays at the base of the high rise. Once you get up over that, it is free and clear across the twin span to slide out. Elevated I-10 West, heavy delays from Elysian Fields through the Claiborne flyover ramp. I-10 West, we see slow-moving traffic through Metairie, but watch for heavy delays from Causeway to David Drive. And I-610 East, heavy delays from St. Bernard Avenue to the merge. Have a traffic tip? Call WWL 504-260-INFO.
Let ABC Fire and Burglar Alarm protect what matters most. Whether you need a new alarm system, want to upgrade your existing system, or save on alarm monitoring, stay secure and connected at an affordable price.
Call ABC today, 889-9795.
Might continue here from Bayou Black Electric. Bayou Black Electric is South Louisiana's most reliable electric distributor, providing the Gulf South with customer-first service and also efficient delivery of quality electrical products and accessories. Hey, you gotta ask them about the delivery days in your area. You can visit Bayou Black Electric out in Houma on 311 or online at BayouBlackElectric.com.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
Get up, bro. Where you was parked at?
Parked over here on the side. Parked over here, yeah, the hazard lights on and everything.
So this mark right here, this was your, it's your driver's side tire right here?
If this is the driver's side tire, his truck would have been way over here and hit this pole. Am I not correct? This is the passenger side tire. Does that mean
He'd have been in the
6 foot wide? Am I correct?
Right. Yeah, he'd have been in the street. He'd have been
He'd have been way over here on the pole. So
Right.
this has got to be passenger side, and then the truck was sticking out at least 4 feet off of the curb.
I agree with that. There's no way you was parked. This cannot be your driver's side tire right here, buddy. There's no way possible. So what you was doing was impeding the flow of traffic. This is the mirror right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not my mirror.
That's probably his mirror.
He probably picked it up out the street to get it and just threw it off the way.
It had to be his passenger tire.
100%. Because we just did a test here, and it's only 5 foot. He only has a wingspan of 5 foot. The back of the truck is at least 8 foot wide. The front of the truck is 6. If this is his driver's side, the truck would have been past the pole, and the gravel's not even disturbed right here at all.
Right.
Yeah. You're talking about the back of the truck wider than the front, at least 8 feet from here in the street.
All right, be with y'all in a moment. All right, bro, you go back to your car. So that was let me see. So from 6033. So that's why y'all kept the rest over here, just about right here.
He was flying down.
I'm not down there.
Yeah, that's where it went to, way over there.
Yeah, but you're gonna be at fault, man. You in the street, bro. You're gonna be at fault, bro. 6033. Yo. Tire marks where?
Right here, because I was parked like this, so my right tire was like this. It was turned because I was parked up here.
That ain't you. That ain't you.
How can that not be me?
That ain't you, man.
Right? How did they get beyond the pole?
Yeah, that ain't you, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I mean, I understand.
But look, I didn't come over here and spray paint these tires.
That should have been, this gravel should have been disturbed. Because he pushed you, right? He pushed you, so this gravel should have been disturbed.
Look at this tire mark right here. It goes all the way across.
Dude, that's not the tire mark, brother.
Yeah, my truck's wide enough to be on both sides.
If he'd hit you, your truck should have hit that pole. If that's your driver's tire,
What if I was parked like this?
you was in the street, man. That's not your tire mark.
I wasn't.
And so look, see this tire mark? This tire mark comes like this. That was somebody pulled off the street. That ain't your tire mark, my man.
And look at all this. It's scraped up from the bottom, My ramp. Yeah, my ramp was down. My ramp's way over here. That's definitely my driver's side. That's where my ramp's scraping across the concrete. I swear to God it is. It most definitely is. She saw everything. She was a witness.
Okay. All right.
That's from my ramp scraping. My ramp was down. And we were moving furniture into this house.
If your ramp was down there, this gravel should have been more disturbed, bro.
But look at the scrape from the ramp. That is from my ramp.
Okay, I'm not down there. You're just too far in the street, man.
I was off the street. This is the tire mark.
What tire you think it is?
That's the driver's side tire mark.
I mean, you should have been against that pole.
Not if I was parked at an angle. My ramp was down. It drove my ramp through here. My ramp was down. Look at this. This is from my ramp. You can take measurements and see that that's from my ramp.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You're too far in the street, bro.
I wasn't too far in the street. I was off the street.
It's just not adding up, my man.
It may not be adding up, but it is. That's how it is.
The tracks are behind the pole. So
I got
if it
you.
was stopped and hanging in the street.
They said they got a
stopped
camera on that
impact,
vehicle.
It started to drag from here.
Yeah,
correct?
I
Where the
got
back
you.
tires
Right.
are forward.
Right.
So
Right.
hence 5-10 feet out.
No, we
I
were
have a
not
SIM
that-
card
no,
in
we
our
were
dash
not.
cam that we're gonna pull footage on.
Okay, that's cool.
We'll have footage right here. I mean,
Right.
we can sit here and argue about it all day. That's
Yeah, I
where
was
the back
Bruh,
That was my rant.
listen to me. You gonna be at fault in the accident. You can contest the citation. However, I do believe that's your driver's side, your passenger side tire, if it's your tire. If that's your ramp, all this should have been disturbed. All these rocks should have been disturbed all the way through. And your vehicle would have been against that pole.
Look how smooth these rocks are. That ramp is smooth. It'll just come like this.
I got you, bro.
If these rocks are going to be disturbed from a smooth ramp, you can look at the bottom of it smooth.
Right.
My ramp drug across here. This is from my ramp. Look at the angle of it. Look.
All right, listen to me. Got disputed in court, man. I'll be with you tomorrow. 6033, all the way here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yo.
I got pictures of my ramp down.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
All right.
I'll take a look at it. Okay.
That's going to continue for the next couple of days. The same with clear skies overnight tonight with lows around 60, maybe around 70 degrees in the metro area. A lot of sunshine for Friday and Saturday. Low humid air and gorgeous weather. High only around 86.
WWL-TV Chief Meteorologist Chris Franklin will be right back with the local weather expert forecast.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Jim Crisell in Uvalde, Texas. Investigators now say the 18-year-old gunman who murdered 21 people at Robb Elementary School entered a back door of the building, quote, unobstructed. There had been earlier reports that a school police officer had exchanged a gunfire with the suspect.
Investigators are also looking into a delayed response in storming into the school to take the shooter down. Victor Escalante with the Texas Department of Public Safety.
Once we interview all those officers, what they were thinking, what they did, why they did it, the video, the continual interviews, we'll have a better idea. But anybody down there see it.
President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden will be in Texas later this week. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre.
The President and First Lady believe it is important to show their support for the community during this devastating time and to be there for the families of the victims.
They'll be there Sunday. CBS News Special Report. I'm Monica Ricks.
Louisiana congressmen react to Tuesday's mass shooting at a grade school in Uvalde, Texas. WWL's Kevin Gallagher reports from the state capitol bureau.
21 people, 19 of them small kids, were killed by Uvalde gunmen. New Orleans area Congressman Troy Carter's reaction?
Heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking.
And Baton Rouge area Congressman Garrett Graves?
I think it's absolutely disgusting.
Carter says we need better screening for instabilities or violent tendencies before one can get a gun.
Never again should we suffer the loss like we have in Uvalde.
But Graves feels hasty legislation would only benefit those willing to harm others.
Give them to go because they're not going to abide by anybody.
I'm Kevin Gallagher.
Police in Homa upping their profile at public schools. WWL-TV's Jake Cunningham has the story.
In Homa, the police department there says more officers will be visible at all school locations. They want parents to know they should not be alarmed by this. Their officers and police units will be on each campus to help ensure the safety of students and staff for the rest of the school year.
COVID hospitalizations surging 55% in the past week in Louisiana.
A relatively low number, 181 hospitalized COVID patients in the state. And what's more important in my mind is the acuity of those patients and much less deaths than the prior surges.
State Health Officer Dr. Joe Kander tells WWL's Newell Norman that about 5% of the patients in the hospital are on ventilators. During the Delta surge, that was as high as 20%. As Entergy Louisiana customers could soon be paying monthly hurricane restoration charges totaling $4.5 billion. Public Service Commissioner Foster Campbell is crying foul.
I was parked right there. We were delivering furniture. He comes and smokes my truck.
Get it back with me, bro.
And Campbell says Entergy customers shouldn't have to pick up the tab, especially since stockholders have received $3 billion in dividends, and their own CEO just got a pay bump of $1 million.
You're going to find out that these bills are probably going to jump about $20 a month.
Campbell believes there are enough PSC members.
Well, y'all wasn't in the truck at the time, huh?
For Entergy to pay for at least 20% of restoration costs.
I think we got 3 days. It's going to say, hey, look, we don't go for security.
I'm Brooke Thorrington.
Are you heading out of town for the holiday?
That was after pulling my truck way over here.
Despite record gas prices, AAA predicts nearly 40 million Americans will travel this Memorial Day weekend. Spokesperson Don Redmond says people are ready to hit the road at levels we haven't seen in 5 years.
We're talking about an 8% increase in people travel for the holiday this year versus last year.
I'm Jeff Palermo, WWL First News.
For a gallon of regular gasoline.
I still think he was in the street, bro. Because I'm looking at this. I'm looking at where this tire at, man. I'm looking at the angle. First of all, the angle the truck is on. Right.
I wasn't all the way in the street.
The Dow hasn't had a window since March, but that's likely going to change this week after the blue chip index led the overall market higher on a combination of solid corporate earnings, Broadcom buying VMware for $61 billion, and consumer spending rising more than expected in the first quarter, even as U.S. GDP fell 1.5%. The Dow surged higher by 517 points to 32,637. The Nasdaq jumped 306 points to 11,740, and the S&P finished higher by 79 to.
If you was off of the street, bro.
CBS News.
If you was off of the street,
Sports Flash. Next.
you should have had 2 tire marks.
5:05. It's a day to honor, to remember.
This is 1 tire mark.
This Memorial Day.
This is 1 tire mark here. The other tire mark should have been up in here. It should have been up in here somewhere. If you had, if you said the way you was parked. Son of a. Come on, man. Somebody call you. Somebody call you.
Across America. Go to cbs.com/tax.
I'm gonna be with you, bro. I'll be up there, bro.
Red light in town. What's this? You're smiling because your car smells amazing. You just installed a Febreze car vent clip. 5 weeks ago, with up to 40 days of consistent Febreze scent, those lights can stay red for as long as they like. Now, your Garcia Roofing forecast on WWL.
Lots of sunshine has moved in behind our front as now with the heavy rainfall well to our east, and so are the clouds. We've actually gotten into the drier air a bit sooner than we thought. Dry, low, humid air has really made this afternoon feel very pleasant and a good feel to the air for the next couple of days. The dry air will also lead to cooler temperatures overnight tonight, dropping into the 60s, maybe even a few upper 50s a bit farther north. We'll have around 86 degrees during the day on Friday with plenty of sunshine. Another cool morning on Saturday. Sunday morning. High Saturday around 86. During the day Sunday, though, an onshore flow, meaning winds coming back off of the Gulf returns, and so the humidity will be on the rise Sunday. Also turning breezy later in the day, a high of 88. We're back to around 90 degrees for Memorial Day, but staying mostly dry, more humid, and that looks to be the trend through most of next week, taking us right into the first few days of June. From the local weather expert forecast center, I'm WWL-TV Chief Meteorologist Chris Franklin.
Mostly clear, 86 degrees in downtown New Orleans, 87 degrees and sunny on the North Shore. I'm Tom Perunia, WWL First News. Let's get the latest on traffic.
From the Acadian Windows and Siding WWL Traffic Center, I'm Kenny Kuhn. The The left lane is blocked on the I-10 east at Williams Boulevard due to an accident, so expect heavy delays there. Also an accident working on the Riverbound Expressway at Lebanon Road. The elevated I-10 east is slow moving until you get to the 610 merge, where you will run into heavy delays at the base of the high-rise on the Slidell. Elevated I-10 west, heavy delays from the Legion Fields through the Claiborne Flyover ramp. I-10 west, we also see heavy slow-moving traffic through Metairie, but watch for the heaviest delays from Causeway to the Drake Drive, I-10 east, heavy delays through City Park to the I-10 merge, where you will run into those delays at the base of the high-rise. The Causeway is looking good in both directions. It is your stormdamagecompensation.com route to the trust. Have a traffic tip, WWL. Call WWL 504-260-INFO.
WWL Sports Flash.
Well, it's been another day and another set of rain delays in Hoover, Alabama. The first game of the SEC tournament today between number 7 Florida and number 2 Texas A&M was scheduled for the morning but got pushed back to 2:45 p.m. 30 minutes after the finish of that contest, number 1 Tennessee will face off against number 8 Vanderbilt, and finally 30 minutes after that, number 4 LSU will make their tournament debut against 12-seeded Kentucky. The Wildcats became the first team to win a game in the SEC tournament as a 12 seed when they eliminated number 5 Auburn yesterday. WWL's Bobby Hebert explained why he thinks despite their 12-18 SEC record, Kentucky is still a very dangerous team.
They won 4 series against top 20 opponents. 9 games. They've won 4 series against top 20 opponents this year, tied for the most top 10 wins in the SEC with 5 victories and versus RPI top 5 opponents. Well, remember we were kind of shocked that below they already say number 1. But what happened to Tennessee? Oh, yes, we beat them. Kentucky.
And Pelicans fans got some great news today. According to a press release, All-Star Zion Williamson has been fully cleared to return to play with no restrictions. This is just an excellent step for the Pelicans in the offseason already, as recent imaging showed continued improvement in the healing of his right fifth metatarsal bone in his foot. This WWL Sports Flash is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink Bud Light, the official beer of the Saints. I'm Charlie Long. For the latest on Saints, LSU, and the Pelicans, log on to our website at WWL.com or follow us on Twitter at WWLAMFM. Up next, it's Sports Talk with the Cajun Cannon, Bobby Hebert, NFL and college football analyst Mike Detillier, and our resident Marine, Christian Garrett.
From WWL, the News Talk Sports Powerhouse of the Gulf South, it's Sports Talk with Bobby Hebert, Christian Garrett, and now featuring Mike Detillier. Jump on the Owen Hart Jewelers Talk and Text line. Pay $1, 504-260-1870. And connect anytime, anywhere on the Odyssey app. We don't need no meows, we don't need no ports, we need more dogs. Now to our Jefferson Financial Federal Credit Union studios. Here's the Cajun Cannon, Bobby Hebert, college and pro football analyst Mike Detillier, and our resident Marine, Christian Garrett.
Jumping off in hour 2, good to have you aboard. Charlie Long and Master Control, and I hope you heart Jewelers Talk text lines. Give me your calls at 504-260-1870, along with NFL and college football analyst Mike Detillier. I'm Christian Garrett. Before we go to our Open Heart Jewelers Talk text lines for Cold Chocolate and James, let's get an update from the SEC tournament with Charlie Long. Charlie, yeah, we are just a couple pitches away from a 10-run rule game, and the first game of the day between number 7 Florida and number 2 Texas A&M. A&M leads 10-0 in the top of the 7th. They're pitching right now, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. They're 1 out away from wrapping up this 10-run rule. There's no one on base, so it's looking likely that this game's going to finish within a couple minutes. Okay, good. That's certainly good. So we can confirm that there is a run rule? Yeah, they literally have it like under the scoreboard on the SEC network that the SEC tournament has a 10-run rule after 7 innings, and this is the 7th inning.
But guys, aren't you shocked? Florida's had a bad year. Man, really, the crap kicked out of them, so to speak.
This game was close. Texas A&M really blew it open within the past couple innings.
Yeah, but Florida preseason top 15. Yes. They weren't predicted to be where they are today. And man, they have hit the skids big time. And I think
It's rare. I'm sorry, Mike, but it's rare for Florida to not have two stunners.
That's because, listen, put him on the lie detector machine. I think Scott Woodward's first choice was coach. Admiral Sullivan was his guy initially, and Kevin decided to stay in Florida. Game.
Well, with 10-0, that's good. That could fast track LSU tonight. So that game goes final. If it goes final on a run rule, it'll be 30 minutes after that game goes final. Then Vanderbilt and Tennessee will take the field. So maybe we're looking at a 5:45.
That's what it seems like we're primed for, is a 5:45 start time between Tennessee and Vanderbilt.
And then in all likelihood, I would say probably 8:45.
Just went final.
Yeah, I'd say 9:30. Just went final.
Just went final.
Somewhere in that 9 range, 9:30 range. Looking at it, LSU seems to be somewhere. That's the hour.
Steve Geller, poor Steve Geller, could be up all night. Games went final. Florida got one hit.
One hit in 7 innings.
One hit in 7 innings for Florida.
Yow.
Texas A&M 10 runs on 12 hits. So
yeah, Texas A&M.
No, that's impressive, Charlie and Christian. You're talking about 10 runs on 12 hits?
That's what Tom Walker was saying, that Texas A&M is one of the, if not the best offense in the SEC.
You know what that tells me? That stat line alone tells me they're hitting with 2 outs. They're hitting with runners in scoring position. They're getting hits. They're coming through with a clutch. That's what wins games at this level. All right, right to our open our Jeweler Talk and text lines. Pork Chop and Vanderbilt. Go ahead. Pork Chop, you're on WWL.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's happening, Pork Chop?
How you been, Mikey? Hey, what's going on, Christian?
All right, man. Listen, before you start, because I got told this afternoon. And prayers out for my boy, Brother Kurtz. He passed away last night. Big time Saints fan, man. Him and his dad, man, from day one, have always been, his dad passed away a few years back, always the biggest Saints fan. But Brother Kurtz passed away last night quietly, and man, God bless him and his family. Brother's a guy always come see us pregame and talk to us about things, about the Saints. And, man, I know one thing. Saints were his first love. That he was number one on the list. So, brother, man, God bless you. And we had some good times together.
Oh, God bless him and his family. And who that outfit him. Oh, look, I won't be long. There's a couple of thoughts and observations. And I've been hearing for the last several years, about the Saints offensive line and how it's a strength. And I don't completely agree or disagree. It would have not hurt my feelings in the draft had the Saints gone for a guard. And the reason I say that is I just have not been real happy with Pete and Ruiz. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that, for one. And of course, the question mark at left tackle.
Hold on one second. So Andrew Pete was not there today. Cesar Ruiz was working with the two, from what I saw.
Really? Imagine that.
So that's just saying, hey, gotta work your way back, brother. Gotta work your way back.
I'm not as bothered by...
But it is OTAs, so
yeah.
you take that with a grain of salt. Because, listen, if you started tomorrow, Cesar Ruiz and Pete are going to be your starters.
Yeah, and Pork Chop, I don't know if Mike would agree with this, but I'm not as uninspired by Andrew Pete as I am perhaps Cesar Ruiz. Like, in other words, I think Andrew Pete gets a bad rap from Bobby sometimes. I think Bobby's really hard on him. And I think he plays pretty well. Now, he does struggle in the passing game a little bit with his speed rushers, in particular guys like Aaron Donald. But Aaron Donald makes a lot of people look bad.
There's only one Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I mean, so, me and Mike tease Bobby all the time. They're probably a little too hard on him.
And I'm with him is his health. Yeah. Man, come on, you got to stay healthy. That's the key.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with you, Christian. I'm not as say down on him as I would be Ruiz. I think back on Drew's injury, and I think we signed that guy from San Francisco, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, Kentavious Street. He's a player. I'm gonna tell you this. Kentavious Street can play. He had a real bad knee injury prepping for the draft, and he's been sort of a spot player with the 49ers. But I can tell you, man, that dude can move around, and you talk about a strong guy. He's super strong. You can see it in his upper body, and the way he can get his arms up and then around someone. And you can tell he's been coached by Ryan Nielsen. Those techniques, that's a Ryan Nielsen technique deal. So,
and underneath, Mike, he leverages really well.
He's such a power player at the point of attack. And you can see that, man, the way he drilled through, which I still don't think was a penalty. I guess he came and hardly touched a quarterback today. But what he did, I mean, come on, that was like regular football to me.
Yeah, he was a really good player for San Francisco. I think you're right about the depth in our defensive line.
Man, they got some there. They got some talent there.
We got one more jump in.
But anyway, I was wanting to get your thoughts. When the Saints drafted Andrew Speed, I think at round 10, if I can remember right.
Yeah, it was the 10th, right in that
10th pick.
Right. Well, I thought we had left tackle for years, and I was just concerned about our left tackle position. I think when you spoil there with Armstead, and all these prognosticators that are down on Penning, if he doesn't pan out, I mean, I think we got a bigger problem there. It doesn't matter how many receivers we got.
Well, John, think about this. I was talking about this. I can't remember who I was talking with at camp today. The Saints have been so successful for so long now. They're now talking. It's like the national media in particular are actively rooting. A lot of them are actively rooting for their demise. They want to see them because they've been so relevant for 16 years. So they're painting a lot of picks like Chris Olave, Trevor Penning. I'm not down on Trevor Penning. Mike, are you?
I'm not. Now, I do think he's a little bit of a work in progress as a pass protector for a couple reasons. One, he didn't face that big time guy every week like you're going to face in the NFL. You're going to be facing most of the time the top pass rusher for an opponent. When you're playing left tackle, that right defensive end or outside linebacker, that's who you're going to go up against. Now, sometimes they swing him around a little bit, but most of the time that's what's going to happen. And secondly, in watching him on tape, the guys that have given him problems have not been the 6'3", 6'4" guys with length. It's the little bitty dudes. It's the 5'11", 6-foot guys that leverage around him and get a hard inside move on him. Those are the guys that have given him more trouble than the bigger player. Now, listen, there ain't a lot of 6-foot guys in the National Football League that's playing defensive end. There's not a lot. There's a few, but not a lot of them. And I think his growth as a pass protector will tell you, will he start the season as a starter or not? And if he doesn't, James Hurst can fill in there until Penning gets it. But I'm not down on Trevor Penning. The one thing, I was impressed today with Chris Olave and the way he can run a route. He's very smooth. Comes out of a cut and a break. Now, he hugs that sidelines a lot. He likes that sideline route. You can tell. And he did that at Ohio State, too. You're not asking him to go inside to make those catches. That's going to be Jarvis and Michael Thomas. But the one guy who stood out to me, other than Olave as a receiver, is Marquez Callaway. Twice on some back shoulder catches. Man, where he's made a lot of growth is using his size and sort of like a basketball forward, sort of spreading it out and then making the catch, where he's using his size and his length to go up and make a catch. I was impressed with him. He's also improved as a route runner coming out of that hard cut. I thought early on he was a guy that sometimes would come to a bit of a slowdown. Now when you watch him, he's very smooth and he doesn't lose that quickness, speed coming out of that break. So I was impressed today what I saw out of Marquez Callaway and his growth as an NFL receiver and using his size and his length to make that catch.
Pork Chop, thanks for the phone call. All right, we'll step away and come back. James and Jefferson and you two at 504-260-1870 on our Oakland.
God damn it.
Jewelers Talking Text Line. Mike Cotillia, Christian Garrett. This is Saints Radio, WWL.
Now, Another traffic update on the Big 870 WWL and WWL on FM at 105.3.
From the Canyon Windows and Siding WWL Traffic Center, I'm Kenny Kuhn. The left lane is blocked on the I-10 East at Williams Boulevard due to an accident, so expect heavy delays there. Also an accident working on the Riverbound Expressway at Metairie Road. Heavy delays on the I-10 West from the 610 merge through Metairie to Veterans. The elevated I-10 East is slow moving as well until you get to the 610 merge, where you will run into those heavy delays at the base of the high rise on your way to Slide Out. And the elevated I-10 West, heavy delays from Elysian Fields through to Claiborne Flyover. I-610 East also seeing heavy delays through City Park to the I-10 merge, where you will again run into those delays at the high rise. Have a traffic tip? Call WWL 504-260-INFO.
Lengthy power outages are always on our mind, unless you do what I did and have a standby generator installed. This is Newell for Craig's Electrical and Generator Service. Craig's has generators in stock. Call 504-677-1023 or visit CraigsElectrical.com.
Hurricane victims, Mike here from Clear Claim. You probably heard about us by now. Some might have even called and gotten help, but some of you haven't. Well, the other night my family watched a movie we hadn't seen in forever. It was The Godfather. You know, with the famous line everyone knows? About making an offer they can't refuse. Sorry about the accent, but that's what dawned on me. That's what we do every day. Never thought of it like that. We literally have an offer you can't refuse. That's why we end up handling so many claims. And then I had that aha moment of why some of you haven't called yet. Anyway, I have less than 60 seconds on the radio to explain all that, so let's have a 5-minute conversation I bet you won't regret. Basically, there's lots of tactics used to keep from fully paying you from the insurance companies. We stop all that. There's zero risk. Call us for an evaluation. Let us put in the time and money needed.
Citing WWL Traffic Center, heavy delays on I-10 West from the 610 merge to Veterans. Expect heavy delays there. The elevated I-10 East is slow moving until you get to the 610 merge.
You can enjoy MLB Play, the one app with all your favorite free MLB games. Enjoy Beat the Streak, Quick Pick, and more. Enjoy competing against friends. Enjoy unlocking exclusive rewards. Plus, your chance to win $5.6 million. Download MLB Play. Enjoy the app, enjoy the show. MLB Play. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older to enter Beat the Streak, which ends at the conclusion of the MLB regular season or when the grand prize is won. Restrictions apply. See MLB.com/play for official rules.
In New Orleans, we want three things: good food, good beer, and good people. Urban South Brewery on Chamatulas has it all in their family-friendly tap room, big enough for 300 people. Their new food truck, Urban Smash, has double patty smash burgers, pickles made with award-winning lime cucumber goza, and Paradise Park beer cheese. Get one of 30 beers on tap, all brewed on site, like the Tropical Paradise Low Cal IPA, or the easy drinking Paradise Park Lager that's perfect in our Louisiana climate. For good food and great beer, head to Urban South Brewery.
Hey, y'all, have some festival fun around the state. June 8th through 11th, Swole Fest in Grand Isle. June 10th and 11th, Jean Lafitte Seafood Festival. June 11th, Holly Beach Crab Festival in Cameron. June 18th, Sunflower Festival in Gilliam. June 17th through 19th, Let the Good Times Roll Festival in Caddo. And June 17th and 18th, Red, White, and Blue Air Show in Monroe. So make your plans to Laissez Les Bon Temps Relais.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nutcastle. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
When was the last time you watched your home movies? Do you have a VCR anymore? What about a film projector? With technology constantly changing, most families don't have a way to enjoy their recorded memories, trapped on VHS, camcorder tapes, film reels, and photos. That's why we created Legacy Box over a decade ago. Legacy Box is an affordable mailed-in kit to have your aging media digitized to DVD, thumb drive, or the cloud. Our trained technicians digitize everything by hand right here in the U.S. Imagine being able to easily relive weddings, graduations, baby's first steps, and more. Get started future-proofing your memories today so you can gather the whole family together and begin the trip down memory lane. Plus, for a limited time, we're offering 40% off. Visit legacybox.com/value to get an exclusive 40% off. Buy today to take advantage of this incredible offer and send in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/value to save 40% off. legacybox.com/value.
At CDW, we get the right network makes remote locations seem less remote.
Great, because my data is lagging out here.
CDW can orchestrate the Aruba Edge Services platform, bringing computing closer to where data is created. It automates, unifies, and secures the edge, fixing problems before they impact your business, giving your network a sixth sense. Someone at the door?
Just a moose. He works
here.
Aruba and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Aruba.
We're all on this planet together, so join Odyssey and find your one thing. May is National Bike Month, so use your bike instead of your car, or for a little bit of exercise. Join Odyssey, and together, each of us doing one thing makes a greener tomorrow. What's your one thing?
Bobby Hebert, Christian Garrick, and Mike Detillier on WWL. Jump on the Oakland Hart Jewelers talk and text line, 504-260-1870. All right, back here on Sports Talk. So 10-0, Texas A&M beats Florida at the SEC baseball tournament. So that was a run rule game. So didn't, you know, it might speed up things for LSU. It was looking like 10:30 perhaps the first pitch. But move that up, I think, by about an hour. I think took it underway at LSU, Kentucky, about 9:30, 9:15. They got Vanderbilt and Tennessee set to play now. Maybe Tennessee can do us a favor and run rule Vandy too, so LSU can maybe perhaps start it.
Mr. Shaw, come to the call.
I'm not sure about that verse Bison.
Other side, Bo. All right, this is a citation, bro. But signing the citation is not admission of guilt. Once you get the video, from there we can go to court. Make sure this is the right one, bro. Vanderbilt, that's it. Sign in the box, man. What's your shit, what's she so on still involved with this, what's your phone number, bro? 485-8569. Alright. Y'all was delivering furniture 6033? 6023. Alright, we'll note that in the report, 6023. There you go, bro. Are you good to go, bro? Alright, bro. 6023. That's your item number, bro. That's the information to the other driver. That's the item number.
Okay, big brother.
All right, bro. Take care, bro.
Easy, man.
All right, take care. Okay. I'm a good one, though. Where's your item number?
Yes, sir. What happened?
No, not giving. He was at fault. He was parked on an angle. You can see he was parked on the way the way the truck was in the street. Because he took pictures of it. But he was parked in the street, but he was too far. I think he was too far.
100%. Yeah. And even impeding it just a tiny bit.
Yes.
Item number.
What's your cell phone number, sir?
504. 305. 9418.
9418. All right, and what is the job's phone number? The number to the job?
The company number?
Yes.
Company? 504.
Okay.
302.
302.
2150. 2150.
All right, thank you, man. You have a good day.
You have my driver's license?
Oh, I thought I'd give it back to him, tripping. All right. Have a good day. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, no
Thank you for
problem.
your service,
All right, no
sir.
problem, man.
Appreciate it. Have a
Okay.
good day.
You too. Okay.